There is a strange paradox happening at OpenAI right now. The company is releasing new tools faster than any competitor, but internally, it is struggling with legal problems, public scandals, and a severe money crisis. For the first time, people are asking whether OpenAI's rapid expansion is a sign of brilliance or a slow disaster unfolding in plain sight. First, let's look at one of the most surprising updates. A leaked feature shows that OpenAI is building something very similar to a WhatsApp-style group chat system inside ChatGPT. This leak came with screenshots and technical information from Tibor Blaho, lead engineer at AIPRM, who discovered early evidence of how it works. According to what he found, there will be a Start a Group Chat button at the top of the interface. When you click it, ChatGPT generates a join link. Anyone with the link can enter the group. Once they join, they can scroll up and see the full message history. It works just like a messaging app, but with ChatGPT built into the room. This idea isn't completely new. Microsoft Copilot already offers shared sessions, but OpenAI's version appears to go much further. The screenshots show reactions to messages, threaded replies, file uploads, and even built-in image generation. It looks almost identical to a modern messaging platform, with one key difference. ChatGPT is an active participant. It does not interrupt conversations. It only replies when someone asks it to. It acts like a quiet assistant that supports the entire group. One more important detail. Personal ChatGPT memory will not appear inside group chats. Anything ChatGPT learns about you individually won't be shared. This prevents accidental exposure of private information when you collaborate with others. This marks a major shift for OpenAI. ChatGPT is becoming a social and collaborative platform, a place where people can work, study, plan, and communicate together. And if OpenAI continues its usual December release pattern, this feature may launch before the end of the year. While all this is happening on the software side, OpenAI is also moving into a new field, healthcare. Reports say the company is preparing a consumer-focused AI health assistant, possibly combined with a system that collects health data. The goal is to manage medical information, offer health insights, and improve access to care. This is one of OpenAI's boldest moves outside of general-purpose chatbots. The healthcare push began earlier this year when OpenAI hired Nate Gross, co-founder of Doximity, as the head of healthcare strategy. Soon after, they hired Ashley Alexander, a former Instagram executive, as vice president of health products. Then, at the HLTH conference in October, Gross revealed a huge statistic. ChatGPT now has almost 800 million weekly users, and many of them already rely on it for health questions. Big tech companies have tried to enter the health sector before. Most failed. Google shut down Google Health in 2011. Amazon shut down the Halo tracker in 2023. Microsoft Health Vault never took off. But analysts believe OpenAI might succeed where others did not. As one investor said, people used to Google their health questions. Now they ask AI chatbots. So OpenAI might be entering the industry at the perfect moment. However, not everything is going well. OpenAI just lost a major copyright case in Germany. A Munich court ruled that OpenAI violated copyright law by using song lyrics during model training without licenses. The case was filed by GEMA, Germany's major music rights organization. The court decided that memorizing and reproducing lyrics counts as copyright infringement, which means artists must be compensated. OpenAI argued that their models do not store text directly, but only learn patterns. The court rejected this. It said the text is reproduced internally during training and externally in outputs, so creators deserve payment. GEMA called the ruling a major milestone. Because this is the first ruling of its kind in Europe, It sets a strong precedent that may eventually apply to many forms of creative content. OpenAI said it disagrees with the ruling and may appeal. They emphasize that the decision only applies to a small set of lyrics and does not affect normal users, but the ruling has already sent shockwaves through the tech world. On top of this, OpenAI faced a major PR crisis last week. The company's CFO, Sarah Friar, sparked controversy when she suggested that the US government should help guarantee OpenAI's massive chip and infrastructure investments. That would mean American taxpayers supporting a $1.4 trillion spending plan on GPUs and data centers. The comment exploded online. Critics mocked it, comparing it to parents co-signing a teenager's apartment lease. Except in this case, the parents are taxpayers, and the rent is more than $1 trillion. The backlash was immediate. People were outraged at the idea of a private company expecting public support at that scale. Friar later clarified her statement on LinkedIn, saying she meant a public-private partnership, not a government bailout, but the damage was already done. The controversy raised questions about how OpenAI plans to fund its rapid growth, especially since the company is not profitable and reportedly lost $12 billion last quarter. Sam Altman eventually responded. He said clearly that OpenAI is not asking for a government guarantee and does not want taxpayer money. He claimed OpenAI expects to make $20 billion in revenue this year, with hopes to reach hundreds of billions by 2030. He said that if OpenAI fails, it should fail without a bailout. Even the Trump administration commented. AI advisor David Sachs announced that there would be no federal bailout for AI. The story quickly became one of the biggest PR crises OpenAI has faced recently. Despite all this chaos, OpenAI is growing faster than ever. The company just announced that it has over 1 million business customers, making ChatGPT the fastest-growing business platform in history. This includes ChatGPT for work subscribers and companies using the API. Major companies have joined the platform: Cisco, Morgan Stanley, Booking.com, Amgen, T-Mobile, Target, Thermo Fisher, and more. ChatGPT for Work now has over 7 million seats, up 40% in 2 months. Enterprise licenses are up 9 times year over year. New enterprise tools are supporting this growth. Company knowledge allows ChatGPT to reason across internal systems like Slack, Google Drive, GitHub, and SharePoint using a special GPT-5-based model optimized for tools and citations. Codex usage has increased 10 times since August. Cisco says code review time has been cut in half. AgentKit now lets companies deploy custom agents in days instead of months. OpenAI is also expanding into multimodal AI, image, audio, and video. The Image API, Sora 2, and real-time APIs integrate directly into workflows. Intercom built its Fin customer support agent using OpenAI. Databricks integrated OpenAI into data pipelines. Shopify, Etsy, Walmart, PayPal, Salesforce, Canva, Figma, Spotify, and Zillow are all adding ChatGPT into their services. But this rapid growth comes with huge costs. The biggest expense right now is Sora, OpenAI's video model. Reports say Sora costs nearly $5 billion per year, or about $15 million every day. A single 10-second video costs around $1.30 in compute. Even Sora's creator, Bill Peebles, said the economics are not sustainable. The app isn't even fully public yet. Sam Altman admitted they launched Sora without a financial plan. Following a growth-first approach, OpenAI has limited free usage and charges $4 for every 10 additional videos. But that might not be enough. Peebles said free limits may need to shrink because the GPU supply cannot keep up. OpenAI is also facing new copyright complaints from Japan's biggest creative companies. Studio Ghibli, Bandai Namco, and Square Enix, accusing the company of training Sora on copyrighted material. Meanwhile, OpenAI's biggest competitor, Anthropic, is taking a different approach, and it seems to be working. According to the Wall Street Journal, Anthropic is expected to break even by 2028. OpenAI, by contrast, is expected to lose $74 billion by then. Many enterprise clients view Claude as more stable and predictable. Anthropic's API revenue in 2025 is already double OpenAI's, achieved without giant video models or flashy marketing. So, what do you think? Is OpenAI moving too fast? Or are these risky bets necessary to stay ahead in the AI race? Let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit subscribe, drop a like for more AI and tech updates, and I'll see you in the next one.